Hi, this is Jello, your gaming best friend, and for today I'm going to talk about Prototype 2. So this game is produced by Activision and Radical Entertainment. This game is the sequel of the game Prototype, and this is what I have to say. First things first is the graphics. Now comparing it to the first game, of course the changes are not that dramatic, but I could say that it's good. It improved a lot, and the game was very awesome. I mean, when the game started, I was amazed about how awesome the opening cinematics were and how awesome the first encounter with Mercer and the first big monster that you're gonna be fighting. It was so awesome, and I love it. It actually hooked me right away. Now, another thing, it's quite odd, but this game taught me to love the combination of gray and red. You see, this game's cinematics and cutscenes, most of them are in grayscale, gray or black and white, and then the only color that you would be able to see is red. And that same instance also happens when you're about to die. So everything else turns into black and white or gray, and then the only color that you would see is red. It's quite odd, but for me it looks very cool. Okay, now talking about the gameplay, since this is Prototype 2, this game captured the elements of the first one. So the main protagonist has a lot of weapons. Actually, he can capture up to 5 weapons, and you can use any of them at will. Of course, granting that you have acquired them. Now, one thing also that you can do is you can shapeshift into any person that you have consumed. The reason for you to do that is because the game has some elements that you need to go into a place undetected. So Prototype 2 has two main genre. You can look at it as an action game or a hack and slash game, or you could also look at it as a stealth game, because just like what I've said a while ago, there are some instances, some missions in the game that you are required not to be seen, and you are required not to alert your enemies. The organization of the missions in Prototype 2 is better than the first one, in the sense that on Prototype 1 the missions are all over the place and you can just go to them whenever you like it, and there's no organization, so you might take a lot of time in finishing them. While in Prototype 2, the missions are given by intervals. So if you wanted to go to the story right away, it's up to you. If you wanted to collect the items, it's up to you. It's actually very organized, and I love it. Okay, now the next thing that we're going to talk about is the sounds. Okay, now for Prototype 2, of course, since this is an action game, you cannot expect anything soft, anything sweet, but the sounds of Prototype 2 is intense. Okay, when I started it, I actually was amazed because the opening sounds was creepy. Like, am I gonna be playing an action game or a horror game? Like, the aura of the game was so strong that it gave me goosebumps. And then when I was playing it, I was like, damn, this music is so good. Like, I could really feel the intensity and the urgency of the missions that I'm gonna be doing. And that experience is awesome. And that will bring me to the best aspect of the game, the story. Okay, the story of the game centers between trust and deception, revenge and forgiveness. And whenever I play the game, I always feel that I am being absorbed, maybe because the story was really engaging, or maybe the sounds was really that good. So overall, I could really say that Prototype 2 was a good game, especially for action lovers. And if you're someone who loves like guns and helicopters and tanks, Prototype 2 can also serve a very good venue for that. Okay, so my recommendation for people who wanted to play the game or looking to for a new for something else to play, I would recommend you to play Prototype 2 if you are someone who, one, loves action game, number two, loves military guns, weapons. And number 3, if you are someone who is looking for a game that would involve you, would engage you, and something that you wouldn't feel dull when playing it. So once again, this is Jello, your gaming best friend. I hope you like my very short video about the game Prototype 2. Have a great day, everyone.